The Atari Creep YouTube channel is intended for a mature audience. Regardless of the subject matter, this video may contain strong language, simulated violence, and lots of psychological nudity. Viewer discretion is advised. Hey, what's up, creepers and kickers? Chris, the Atari Creep. How's everyone doing today, guys? Today is going to be an experiment in artificial stupidity. One of those, if it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing. Remember this thing? And though I pick on it, I am grateful that Willie sent this along. I do thank him mainly for his friendship. Willie's such a great guy. Heart of gold. All those cool little phrases you can equate to him. And even phrases that haven't even been made up yet about nice people. That's Willie. And though we did not enjoy this too well, aesthetically, it's an amazing little machine. And I am eternally grateful for him, for his friendship, and of course these lovely gifts he bestows upon us. However, trapped within this thing are 3 other games. So why not take one shitty playing game console and turn it into 4 shitty game playing consoles? So here's something pretty neat. When these things ship from the factory, I think it's a time and a cost savings. There's actually 4 games built in to this board. And what they do is they just bridge one of these spaces here to determine what game is going to ship in what case. I'm curious to know how many Space Invaders ship in Pac-Man cabinets. That'd be interesting to find out. But regardless, you have a row here of 4, A, B, C, and D. If I remember correctly, A is Galaxian, B is Pac-Man, C is Miss Pac-Man, and D is Space Invaders. I believe that's the order in which the Samurai works. B here is, you see it's a little darker. There's just basically a wire going across here saying, okay, we're going to let the electricity flow through this one, so Pac-Man will be the game. The idea here is to bridge all 4 of these, tap into them somehow. But first we have to remove the one for Pac-Man. And we need to tap into this so we have the option to play one of the 4 games on here. And how are we going to do that? This bad Larry right here. This is a 4-way dip switch. Just a real simple little thing. I got a pack of 10 of them for like $3.60. And that's the weird thing about electronics, especially coming from China. It was $3.60 for 10 of them, but $7 for 5 of them. Go figure. So if you want to attempt this, I have 9 more. You can have one. I'll just send it out to you. Just let me know. But either way, this is just 4 on and off switches. So what we're going to do is we're going to wire these top ones here all together, and we're going to wire that to ground. I think I'm just going to simply tap into the speaker ground up here instead of having to go into each one of these. And then 1, 2, 3, and 4 will go to A, B, C, or D. So essentially what will end up happening is I'll mount this to the side of the case or somewhere. Before you turn on the unit, if you wanted to play Space Invaders, which is D, you'd flip 4, and when you turn the machine on, Space Invaders will come on. Then you shut the machine off, and if you want to play Miss Pac-Man, you get the idea, okay? And it's my understanding if you have none of them on, this goes into some kind of a test boot. I don't know, I've yet to ever see that, so it'll be interesting to play around with this and see what happens. But either way, let's try to run these leads first, and then we'll run them to this, and then of course we'll ground it, and we'll see if it even works, and then we'll find a way to mount the switch to the case. So aside from the messy wiring, we are done. Now I gotta fit the switch into the case. Alright guys, so here's the finished product. Not my cleanest work to date. Actually, there's a logical reason why this looks all funky. It actually looked really nice when I first went to set one of these in there. But I didn't account for the screw post for the battery compartment. So I had to finagle that just to fit in there. But before buttoning it all up and getting it all glued in, the thing worked perfectly. That said, there is still a good news, bad news situation. Good news is we have 3 of the 4 games. Guys, we lost Miss Pac-Man. That's her sad music. No, what happened was when I was gluing this up and I was pissed because I couldn't get this thing to seat, nor could I get it to focus on my damn camera. pin number 1 glued in the off position. And I tried to, with my X-Acto knife, try to maybe break it free, but it broke off altogether. But the other ones work just fine. So, you know, 3 games out of 4, that's not bad. So let's fire it up with nothing turned on. And you get this boot thing. And you can do all kinds of nifty things with it, I found out. You can test the joystick. You know, stuff like that. You know, goofy stuff. So, I was incorrect in my order. 1 was Miss Pac-Man, 2 was Pac-Man. 3 is Galaxian, and 4 is Space Invaders. So let's just put on number 2. Show you that it's Pac-Man, and it's working. Yeah, there you go, Pac-Man. And you do have to turn it off in between if you want to switch a game. So we're going to put number 3 in, which should be Galaxian. I like Galaxian a lot. Almost more than Galaga. I'm sorry, Willie. I know that's going to upset you. But I absolutely love this game. If I could play it through a viewfinder, that is. So, just for demonstration purposes anyway, we'll put on number 4. And we have Invaders from Space, which again, this is, and when I say again, I meant to say that Galaxian was pretty playable, though there is some delay in it. It's weird. It's hard to describe. But even though I'm looking through a viewfinder, look at this. Space Invaders is very playable. Maybe because the viewfinder is making it look a little bit bigger than it really is in real life. Blurry, but I can still see what's going on. So there you have it. 3 of the 4 games anyway. 3 out of 4 ain't bad, right? So I have plenty of these dip switches. I can always just open this back up and just give it another whirl. It would just be a matter of just wiring this switch into the mess I have inside the rat's nest of wires. But either way, there you go, guys. If you have one of these, it's really simple to do if you have a soldering iron and a little bit of time and maybe a little bit more skill than I do. It was again, my soldering's not the best. My soldering iron sucks. It's one of those cheap $12 ones from like Lowe's or something like that. But it got the job done, and unfortunately, I screwed up when I put the damn thing in. But we still have a couple of games, and it's not like Miss Pac-Man was going to be playable even if it was playable. If that makes any sense. So, guys, thanks as always so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Guys, I hit 900 subscriptions today. 9 motherfucking 100 subscriptions. December 8th, 2013. I never thought I'd have more than 25 subscriptions. And those were going to be friends and family. You know what I mean? Guys, I can't thank you enough for watching this nonsense. I really can't. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. 900, we're almost at 1,000. If we hit 1,000, I think my fucking skull is going to explode. It really is. So if you want to see my head explode, like in Scanners, you remember that shit? I would insert that video here, but I'm too lazy to do shit like that. But my God, that would be amazing. So, I don't know. Guys, go ahead and leave feedback. Thumbs up, thumbs down, all feedback to The Creep is positive. And until next time, yeah, take care. Creep it real. Bye-bye.